Today I'm going to talk about how I have been doing my foam. Basically how I've got to this point from something like this. Starts out as a 4x8 and basically I'll show you what I did. Come in here to the part I'm working on this moment and took my dimension from this corner to this corner. Took my dimension from this corner to this corner, and then took a piece of paper and set it in this corner to get the exact angle to just draw it in and cut it out with scissors, and then I kept that, and that's how I got the angle. And then once I cut it out to the size that you saw out on the table, I put it in and fit it, make sure it fit right, and then I went on the outside on my ladder and drew a line around where this window is so that I won't put any glue on that spot and waste the glue. And now what I have to do is make room in my insulation for this wire and for the faceplate, this board here, which goes in between every stud. So that's what's going on next. And out here, I'll show you with the tools I have what I've been doing. I've cut this with a jigsaw. I've used circular saw and jigsaw, and I've decided jigsaw is the best for this cut and for doing like cutting out the window. That'll be real easy with a jigsaw, easier than the circular saw. But when it comes to making cuts that only go a certain depth, they don't go all the way through the foam, for those type of cuts it's better to use the circular saw. So one sec and I'll show you how I've been doing it. You can see we've got this wall just about totally done. I've put spray foam into any seams where there were gaps, and there are conduits for wires. You can see where wires come out here and here, so I've put spray foam into those conduits now in the back post installation. And then here is interesting. Some people may not like this, I guess, but all these pieces right here, like I haven't wasted a single piece of this polyiso. Rather than waste any of it, I just used little puzzle pieces, and down here too. And the reason I did that on this wall is because this is going to be a wall. Like I said, it's going to be a bathroom right here. This whole section right here in the camera width is a bathroom. So I figured if there's going to be any cracks in our insulation, it's probably a decent place to put them, behind the bathroom wall. But anyway, yeah, I've just been really careful not to waste any of this stuff, and I've put spray foam in the gaps, and then I'm going to get seam tape, and I'm going to tape up everywhere where there's a seam, including all the seams with the 2x4s. So it's coming along. We've got half of the back done. You can see the bottom half is done, and we're going to use this window piece, which is cut out, just not removed. We're going to use this window piece up here for that piece of insulation, and then do this. And other than those seams, these will be very few seams, because this is our living room, so we're going to spend a lot of time in here, and we want it to be warm. So there really isn't very much seams. Okay, now it's important to take this cut really carefully, because that's the one your board is going to sit on. And you want it to sit flush and nice. So now I'll take my knife and basically just saw away at this, at that 3/4 inch mark, and chip it out until I've got a nice flat indentation like on this one. And my board fits nicely in there, so there's that. Also, this would be a good time to make extra outlets or run extra wires to other parts of the RV if you wanted lights or anything there. Alright, so now I've got this piece finished. Here's the back of it, where the wire goes. And here's the front where the top plate will go. So there it is, and using my jigsaw to cut that one. So it'll be done soon. So here's the insulation that we're putting in. That's a top plate, making room for the top plate. There we go. And there, like so. And there's an electrical outlet. 4x8 sheets. These were $27 a sheet. Armax brand, polyiso sheathing, 1.5 inch, and 12.9 R value. Alright, so before I put my construction adhesive on, I always dry fit everything to make sure it fits in. And this fits great with the wires. You'll see I made another mistake. Had to cut into my stud here because I forgot to put my wire behind my stud. So that's stupid. Obviously I'm not a pro. This is how it should be over here. Like that. And I just messed it up and went on the other side. Had to go on the other side. So, whatever, it'll still be under the paneling. And basically I'm going to glue this now because everything fits the way it should. And once I get it glued and clamped, I'll take another picture of it so you guys can see. Alright, so these are both done now and ready to be installed. So that's what I'm going to do next.